A toddler is in a coma after police tossed a grenade into his crib during a drug raid. Now, the war on drugs leads to many, many bad things. We've talked about them. It fuels the prison industrial complex in a terrifying, vicious cycle. It destroys families over arbitrarily illegal drugs. It adds to gun violence. It disproportionately imprisons minority and nonviolent offenders. It costs a lot of money. It's really not fiscally conservative. It lines the pockets of private prisons. It does a lot of things. That's the macro rather. At the micro, though, it also leads to just horrible situations like this, where Alicia Fonasavan told WSB-TV she was staying with her sister-in-law in Habersham County after her family's home burned down when a SWAT team burst into the home as part of a drug investigation. One of the officers tossed a grenade that caused burns, cuts, and other injuries to her 19-month-old son, who then had to be put into a medically induced coma after the grenade landed in his playpen and exploded right in his face on his pillow. The boy has been taken to a burn unit. Police did seize drugs at the home earlier, and then they returned with a no-knock warrant to arrest a man known to have drugs and weapons. Now, I got one email saying, hey, you know what? They were kind of creating, they had barricaded themselves. There was something up against the door that was preventing the door from being opened. And then the libertarian counterpoint to that I've received via email is, well, people have a right to prevent forced entry into their home, right? Regardless of whether it's police or someone else, you can't really be held liable for simply preventing easy forced entry into your home. One is just protecting themselves. I don't know that I want to get too much into that specific issue, Lewis, but a toddler in a coma after a grenade explodes in a crib. I mean, just the violence of the language is just sickening here.
Right. They claim they had no idea that there was a toddler in the home. They say they would have done things differently if they knew that. I'm guessing this was a flashbang, something along those lines. But it's very unfortunate. I don't know. I'm not really sure about their protocol and what they could have done to scout things out before approaching the building.
I got some emails from people saying, hold on, the SWAT team, these are the best of the best. Didn't they see that the vehicle in the driveway had a car seat? I mean, are we not really dealing with the best of the best of the best who could have figured out one way or another that there might be a baby inside? Did they look through the windows before bursting in? I don't want to really prejudge the specifics because we really weren't there. What we know is that it is just a horrible, horrible story.
Right. And judging from a lot of the stories we've covered, I certainly wouldn't call SWAT teams the best of the best. I think that's usually reserved for certain groups of the military.